The moment the missiles hit Haifa, diplomacy died in Geneva. What began as tense nuclear negotiations has now exploded into open confrontation, and the world is holding its breath. Iran and Israel are no longer speaking in words, but in warheads. As the Geneva talks collapse without even a basic agreement, one terrifying question rises louder than all others. Is this the countdown to World War III? Just days ago in Geneva, there was a fragile hope that diplomacy could prevent disaster. European powers, France, Germany, and the UK, offered Iran what they called a complete package. It wasn't just about nuclear activity. The proposal tackled Iran's ballistic missiles, its support for proxy militias, and its detention of foreign nationals. But while European leaders spoke of peace, Iran responded with silence, then with missiles. Haifa was hit, the ceasefire was broken, and the Geneva talks, already hanging by a thread, collapsed entirely. Inside the UN chambers, tension boiled over. Iranian officials condemned the proposal, calling it a betrayal of diplomacy and an unprecedented blow to the UN system. At the center of the crisis? One explosive demand: zero enrichment. France's President Emmanuel Macron, in lockstep with Donald Trump's previous hardline stance, insisted that Iran must agree to completely abandon uranium enrichment. Iran flatly rejected it. Tehran sees enrichment as its sovereign right under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, and now, even that treaty is in jeopardy. Sources inside Iran say its leadership is weighing a full withdrawal from the NPT, a move that would end international inspections and fuel global fears of a secret nuclear weapons push. As negotiations unraveled, the battlefield expanded. Israel launched fresh airstrikes against Iranian positions in Syria. Iranian-backed militias mobilized. Hezbollah stirred on Israel's northern border. The U.S. Navy shifted aircraft carriers into the region, and American forces across Iraq were placed on high alert after increased drone activity. This isn't just another Middle East flare-up. It's a chain reaction. Every failed meeting, every launched missile, every threat, it's pushing the region toward a terrifying edge. And the language has changed. Israeli leaders are no longer talking about deterrence, they're talking about destruction. Iran's Revolutionary Guard says it's ready for a long war. These aren't warnings. These are war plans. And now, all eyes turn to Donald Trump. He gave diplomacy a 2-week window. That window is closing fast. With talks in ruins, insiders say he's preparing for a return to maximum pressure, possibly even limited military action if American forces are hit. In an election year, Trump may present himself as the only figure strong enough to stop Iran from going nuclear, or from igniting a regional war. But this moment isn't just about leaders. It's about the systems breaking down around them. Geneva was supposed to be a reset. Instead, it may be remembered as the final nail in diplomacy's coffin. With no deal, no trust, and no restraint, Pandora's box has been opened. One misfire, one false reading on a radar screen, one wrong move, and what we're watching could explode into something far beyond a regional conflict. This may not be a countdown to peace anymore. It may be the countdown to World War III. The clock is ticking, the stakes are rising, and the next move could change the world. Subscribe now and stay tuned, because this story is far from over.